Guys, I'm delighted to welcome back to the podcast our friend Devin Nunes, who served, almost 20 years in Congress at California's 21st and then 22nd Congressional District. He is now the Chief Executive Officer of Trump Media and Technology Group, running the Trump platform known as Truth Social. Devin, welcome to the podcast. Great to have you as always.
Thank you. I
know that Truth Social had been in a kind of ongoing tussle, maybe is the right word, with Google about making the platform widely available through Google. Talk a little bit about where that is, because I saw some news reports Google has banned Truth Social, and that's not true, is it?
Well, finally, Dinesh, this is day 10 of being fully open for every phone in America and the United Kingdom. So it was a long haul, but finally we were approved. We're in the Google Play Store. So, most people either have an iPhone or they have an Android, and they happen to use the Google Play Store. So look, we're happy that Google finally approved us, and now it's just important for everyone that knows that it's been trying to get on Truth Social. If you have an Android, we're now open.
Oh, this is fantastic. And guys, all of you should be on Truth Social. It's essential that we help build these alternative platforms. We cannot let our fate be reliant on people who really are not our friends. I enjoy being on the platform. It's really fun. I enjoy the engagement on the platform. Of course, Trump is exclusively on the platform. So any other issues that you'd like to talk about with regard to Truth Social before we pivot to talking about the FBI?
Well, Dinesh, I would just say that, you've been on there from the very beginning. We're very thankful for that, but also that you actually get a sense to see the difference between a Truth Social, where we don't censor, we don't use algorithms, we just use a feed, versus the other platforms where a lot of our content creators are pretty much silenced. Even if they didn't get kicked off the other platforms, you get so much more interaction here. And so, we've got basically all of the center-right news organizations. Obviously, we're not closed down to center-left. They just haven't joined. They like to attack Truth Social as being this, place of misfits and echo chamber and all that kinds of nonsense. But the funny thing is they must have secret accounts on Truth Social, because they seem to know an awful lot about Truth Social. But they're welcome to sign up. So far, we've had a few Democrats or former Democrats, but Tulsi Gabbard, former Democrat, she's got a big following on Truth Social. And then, of course, Governor Gavin Newsom from California, he's also on the platform, I think, just to go and interact with President Trump. But, look, we're an open free speech platform. We don't, you can come on the platform and you can talk all politics all day long, plus get your news and information.
I mean, if I look at my own following, let's just compare with Twitter. I'm at 2.4 million. I was at about 2 million right around the election time. Mysteriously, I dropped to 1.7. I've now crept back up. But on Truth Social, I've just seen a rapid growth, basically from 0 to 1.6 million in a much, much shorter period. So that completely confirms and validates what you're saying about the fact that on Twitter, I'm kind of at the mercy of people who are playing with the dials. You're right. Not playing with the dials, and that's a really good thing.
That's exactly right, and that's a great example. And remember, Dinesh, we've only been fully open in the United States for 10 days. And you're already at 1.6 million. And I think the other thing to remember is that, we don't have bots or spam accounts, or at least we don't tolerate them, right? We constantly have people trying to make bots, make spam accounts, where it's the opposite on these other platforms, right? There's, you may think you have, 2 million followers on another platform, but, you really don't, because either those are ghost accounts or they're corporate accounts or they're bot farm accounts, that were designed back in the day. This is how I kind of got interested in this subject back in 2017 and 18 when we were dealing with the Russia hoax, is that I noticed on my Twitter feed, which I had been on there since 2009 or whatever, whenever it opened, and I would notice that I would get attacked, and then you start to see a trend, and during those days, right, I was the one that was out there saying, look, the Russia hoax is a hoax, and then I would just get attacked, and it would give the Aurora kind of it would kind of, send that message to people that, oh my God, nobody agrees with Devin Nunes and what the Republicans are doing on the House Intelligence Committee, because there'd just be attack after attack after attack about, that I'm a Russian agent, that I'm a Putin guy, etc. I mean, you've seen it all before. And when in fact, what all it was left-wing bot farms that were swaying public opinion on these social media platforms. And that's why I originally, got on Parler when it first opened. I was the first to go on Rumble, which I know you've been on Rumble since the beginning. And this is why. Between Truth Social and Rumble, we're really creating a separate internet superhighway where people cannot be canceled and they can have their free speech and freedom of expression. That's really the key. It's why I left Congress to create this. And I'm just happy that you've been on, and of course that we're now fully open in the U.S.
This is all great news. Let's take a pause. When we come back, we'll talk more with Devin Nunes.